I've been doing this every Friday now. Oh wait, it just said I went live. So if you didn't hear me just now, welcome back to my live Q&A. I've been doing this every Friday after I drop a video on Wednesday to kind of talk about that video or any other questions you guys may have to ask me, or ask me about Hawaii or making videos or this is Livin. Whatever you guys want to talk about, I'm here to answer your questions. I got my computer right here so I can easily get to the questions. And there is this thing called Super Chat that you can get your question to the very top, and there's already one here in the chat box. So if you'd like to use that, your question will for sure get answered, because sometimes it does get really lost in the chat feed. So we have a question here from a Super Chat from Yowert, I think it is. And it says, can I open a sunrise shack in New Zealand for you? Question mark, Rick. And the answer is yes. One day we will hopefully be able to franchise or license the Sunrise Shack everywhere. And if you would like, you could be one of those people. Anywhere in the world, actually. New Zealand, Australia, Europe, anywhere you want. But let's get into another question. Thank you guys for joining me again. And yeah. Here, I gotta get a hold of them because they move quick. What do you think of Portugal? What do I think of Portugal? I think Portugal is one of the most beautiful places I have ever been in my entire life, and I can't wait to go back there. I've been there 2 times now, and I've had a great time every time I've went, except for the time I almost died at Nazaré when I was surfing huge waves during the contest. And yeah, answer to your question is yes. I love Portugal, and I want to come back as soon as I can. And we have another super chat here from Scott Hake. I probably said that wrong. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get to your question right now. Sorry, it's moving quick in this. Thank you. It's very easy to grab these questions because they pop up right there bold and then they stay there. So thank you for your super chat. I'm gonna get to your question right now. You got my name almost right. It's pronounced like the sport hockey. Okay, Scott Hockey. I have a son named Keikoa, but we call him Koa. Can you say congrats to him for completing the 1st grade this upcoming week? Yes, congratulations, Keikoa or Koa, for making it through 1st grade. You have about 12 more to go, and yeah, thank you for the super chat. Congratulations on passing 1st grade. Legends. Okay, I'm grabbing another question here. What happened with Weedmaps? So what happened with Weedmaps is I think they had to cut about 70% of their entire staff, athletes included, because they're going through some things right now that I guess are taking up a lot of their funds and time. So they had to cut a lot of stuff just to keep the company going, I think. So I'm not exactly sure what happened to Weedmaps, but nothing good. So hopefully they come back, land on their feet, but as of right now, it's not looking good. And I don't know the full details, so I have no idea what really happened to them. But I know they cut every one of their athletes, from surf to BMX to moto, skating, everyone's gone. But it was really cool while it lasted. They're an awesome company, and they're just going through a rough time right now, like some people are. And yeah, hopefully they get through it and get sponsored. And we have another super chat from The Bread 9. Thank you very much. I can see your question very easily. Love your videos, man. 1 million subs will happen. Thank you. I am trying to get to 100,000 subscribers right now, so if you guys want to go subscribe to my channel, I'm almost at 90,000. Thank you all for the support. I have 2 questions. Are you the owner of the Sunrise Shack? And what's the story with the breadstick? Okay, so I will answer the first question. I am one of 4 owners in the Sunrise Shack. We actually started, it was me and the Smith brothers, Koa, Travis, and Alex, who started about just over 3 years ago here on North Shore. So it's been 4 of us that just ran this little coffee shop that actually ended up turning into a bigger thing than just the North Shore Sunrise Shack. So I am one of 4 owners, and it's going great. We work well together, and it's been really fun. And I can't wait to see what the future holds, you know? So, I'll get to your next question right here. What's the story with the breadstick? You know what? I don't know what the story is with the breadstick because Paisel is my neighbor and I tell him every day we have to make one because I want one because I've been writing breadstick on my surfboards right now. I'm like, let's just make the model breadstick and we'll kill it because everyone wants a breadstick. I want a breadstick. Everyone on YouTube wants a breadstick. Everyone that surfs would want a breadstick, and he just still won't make it. And I really don't understand why. So eventually there will be a breadstick. It's just a matter of time. So the more you guys push him to do that, send him messages. You don't even have to be nice about it. You can just be mean to him and tell him you want the breadstick. I'm kidding. Try to be nice about it. But it will come soon, one day. And yeah. We have another super chat and question from AK to AK. You're the best. Have you ever surfed La Jolla? Well, thank you very much. I love what I do, and I'm glad you guys like watching it. And yes, I have surfed La Jolla. I think La Jolla has some of the best waves in California, actually. There is a couple waves down there. I don't know exactly if it's in La Jolla. I'm pretty sure Black's Beach is in La Jolla. And that is probably, it's like Rocky Point, but I swear it's better on a good day. And that's gotta be one of my favorite waves in California. Trestles is as well. But it's right there in La Jolla, and it's definitely one of my favorite waves. Thank you for the super chat and the question. I really appreciate it. Is the swell over? Is a question that is right here. The swell, what I thought was the last swell that we just posted, it was not the last swell. We have a couple little waves coming in the next couple days and possibly something else coming on the horizon. So at this point, it really should be the last swell just for how late in the season it is, but it's not. So I don't know what's happening, but we got like crazy lucky with this happening right now because we can't travel anywhere. And unusually, like, this is super unusual for North Shore to be this good this late in the season. So these swells don't want to stop, and I don't want them to stop, but I keep saying they're the last swell because it looks like they're the last swell, and all of a sudden a week later another one pops up. And I'm really not complaining, but I've just been wrong a lot, which I'm okay with because I like being wrong about it being the last swell. And you know where else is having a lot of waves right now is the south shore of Oahu. We actually have a video coming out next of surfing like the Waikiki side of Oahu has been going off, and there's another swell coming there, a really big one. It actually, the swell that's coming has just hit Tahiti again. They got really good waves. I think they're getting waves today. But anytime a swell hits Tahiti, one of those big south swells, and they get good waves or big waves, we get those waves about a week later here on the south side of all the islands basically. But it's going to be pumping. Tahiti's pumping, and you can't even get there right now. You're not even allowed there. Fiji as well is going to be so good, but you're not allowed there either. So, whatever. What can you do? But we got firing waves here. We have another super chat from Evan Hoke. Talking about Weedmaps, do you smoke weed yourself? Okay, I get this question a lot. I do not smoke weed. But in my videos a lot of times, I'm really tired and my eyes are bloodshot red and I could look like I'm stoned, but I'm really not. I am just so surfed out and sunburnt that I might just look like I'm high because the sun just blows you out so gnarly. And you're tired from surfing all day, so it looks like you're stoned, your eyes are red. But the answer to that question, I hope a lot of people see this, is no, I don't smoke weed. But I can understand how it looks like I might smoke weed, but I don't. I'm more of a caffeine guy. So, okay, we have another. Thank you for the question, by the way. We have another super chat from Jason R. Thank you. Just got this is Livin sweatshirt, shirt, and sticker. Well, thank you for the support. I'm really glad you like the merch. We have a lot of new stuff dropping, I think, in the coming month. Making new hoodies, new shirts, stickers as well, maybe another coffee mug. If you guys want to see some stuff, like, comment it on my YouTube. Let me know what you guys do want to see, and we will try to get that stuff pumped out for you guys. It's been great. The support we've had on the merch is amazing. I'm so glad that you guys like it. And yeah, I'm gonna get to another question. Thank you for your super chat again. Makes it easy for me to catch them. Is there surf today? There is no surf today. It is flat like a lake around the entire island, which is kind of nice because I've been surfing so much that I just want a little break. I might go do like a light workout. It's kind of nice to have a rest day in between so much surfing. So there's no waves today, but there's waves coming. Tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, and the next day, there's gonna be waves on North Shore. Like fun, 5 foot, everywhere. So this could be the last swell for North Shore. We have another super chat from Lewis Dan. Thank you very much. Will you post more videos? I am going to post a video every single Wednesday till the day I die, or Jack dies. So I'm going to be consistently putting out videos for a long time. And especially if you guys like it, I will not stop putting them out. And I really enjoy making the videos, actually. It's really fun and I don't want to stop. It's really like, I like that people are inspired and it gets them, I get a lot of comments of people being like, yo, this gets me out of the house and psyched to surf. And like, that's really the coolest part about it, like, is getting people amped to do stuff. So I will not stop making videos and I will keep posting them every single Wednesday at 8 a.m. Hawaii time. I don't know what time that is everywhere else, but 8 a.m. Hawaii time every single Wednesday, I will be posting a This Is Livin video. And I'm going to try to be going live every Friday at 12 Hawaii time. Today was a little late because I forgot. And yeah, I'm going to try to go live every Friday. Did I say that? Every Friday I'm going to try to go live and answer your guys' questions. And we have another super chat from a Roman forum. Is pipe as regulated as it used to be? I'm going to go ahead and say most definitely not from the stories I've heard. It is not regulated at all, basically. We just have to like take waves from each other and people who aren't from here. So I was never surfing pipe when it was heavily regulated, like when my dad and them would surf it and like all those back in the day. So now it's definitely not. But thank you for the super chat. Great question. I'm going to get to another super chat from Chi Garcia. Whoa, I have a 6'6", but can't pop up. Any recommendations? Sorry, I just had some coffee. I'm 6 foot, 185 pounds. What board size should I get? Well, that's a really tough question. So if you have a 6'6" and you're 6 feet and you're having trouble popping up, I would say you should probably start with a longboard. Get good on a longboard. And once you get good on a longboard, maybe move to a mini tanker, which is like a shorter longboard. And then move to a 6'6", and then you can even start going smaller. Like, I am 5'9", and I can ride like a 5'3" surfboard, but it's all because I can balance on it and I've practiced enough to be able to ride a smaller board. So basically, start with a bigger board, get good at the basics, and then you can use that 6'6" eventually, and you'll have an easier time popping up once you train yourself to do that. So I'm going to get to another super chat here. Sorry, I lost them. I didn't stop them, but these popped up right here. So thank you. From Palmer Zariaki. I know I said that wrong and I'm very sorry. But going to Hawaii, any good places to stay near surf? Basically, whenever you, I would say North Shore, everywhere you stay, good places to surf. But our season is coming to an end, but we are going to have waves this next week. So if you want to come here and surf, the south side, Waikiki, is going to have a lot of waves, so you could stay there. Because the waves might stop here on North Shore. I'm going to get through these questions because we got a lot of super chats here. Thank you very much for the support. One more from Aiden Perez. I'm sorry. Your videos are awesome. Thank you. I enjoy making the videos. It is a great time. Tattoo reveal. I have this tattoo. I have this tattoo. I have a tattoo here, and I have a couple tattoos on my leg. So I'm not gonna get up and show you guys those right now, but maybe that's for another video. Okay, we have another super chat from Lajos. Hello from Germany. Here is my question. Do you think it is possible to learn how to surf with 17? With 17? Love your vids. Learn how to surf with 17. I don't really know what that means. Learn how to surf with 17. You're 17 years old and you're learning how to surf? Is that what you mean? If so, yes, it is extremely possible. You can learn how to surf when you're even like in your later years than that. If this is your question, you're asking if you can surf when you're 17, yes, for sure you can surf when you're 17. I'm sorry, I hope I answered that properly. Thank you for the super chat and the donation. You are awesome. And we have another super chat from Scott. Hockey. Yes, I remembered from the last one. Thank you again for the support. I think that was correct. Your show has been a huge inspiration for me. Thank you. I love to hear that. That's why I keep doing this show, is to inspire people. The name alone has made me start really living. That is good. That's what it's about. My life to the fullest. I missed you in Jacksonville, but come out here to Cocoa Beach or the Cape one day. You know what? Once this quarantine is over and we can start traveling, I'm going to bring my movie, This is Livin 2.0, and premiere it along the East Coast. Definitely coming to Florida. So I will keep you guys posted when that is possible. Because right just before the quarantine happened, we were just about to set up some locations to premiere the movie, and it all fell through as soon as we got locked down. So it's been a real speed bump, but I cannot wait to bring the movie everywhere. And we will come to Jacksonville, possibly Cocoa Beach, I don't know. We will keep you posted though. Thank you again for the donation, Scott Hockey. Right? I think that's correct. Okay. We have another super chat from Hawaii Sean. What caused the rib pain with certain boards? What caused rib pain with certain boards? I just bought a new CJ Nelson Prax and it kills my ribs. Okay, so that's just because your body's not used to laying on a surfboard. Like if I don't surf for 2 weeks and I go ahead and lay down on one of my surfboards and go for a session for like an hour, I'll come in and my ribs will be killing me. It's just all about getting used to it because your body's not used to laying on just basically a hard surface for that amount of time. So just keep pushing through and it will stop hurting. You'll just get used to it. And if you really, really can't take it, you might just need to start using a foam board, but make sure you use a rash guard because you can get very rashed from foam boards. But yeah, just try to keep pushing through and you'll probably just get used to it. That's what I do. Thank you for the super chat and the question. We have another one from Shim Spams LTW. What's your favorite spot in Newport? I'd say my favorite spot on Newport Beach would be 17th Street when it's pumping. I've only got it one time, and it was during this like hurricane swell or something, or this crazy swell, and it literally looked like a sand bottom pipeline. It was like 15 feet. This was like 5 years ago, and it was bombing. Huge waves in Newport. I was like, I didn't even know Newport could get like this. Draining waves like all the way to the pier. It was crazy. And if you fell, you would get caught in this crazy, crazy rip current along the beach. It was insane. But other than 17, when I'm there, I usually surf 56 or 58. Those are my two other favorite spots in Newport. I really like Newport Beach. It's the most punchy, like, sick wave ever. I've actually put up a couple videos from Newport of 56, I think it was, or 58, and I got like 15 little barrels. I was like blown away. I love it there. But thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. And we have another super chat from East Oahu. bring Anna on the next Q&A. I would bring her here right now, but she is actually shopping because they just opened up retail here and she's not home. She just left, but that is very possible in the near future that she joins me on a Q&A. She also has a YouTube channel, so check it out. I'm getting to another question here, but thank you for your super chat. And we have another one from Monica Mercer. How's that dad of yours? Can't wait to find him on the path to Pipeline. It's in the neighborhood. Yeah, you could probably catch him on his bike every evening riding the North Shore bike path everywhere. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say DM him on Instagram. I'm gonna back off from here, and thank you for the super chat. And we have another super chat, a yellow one from Treat Trooper. Thank you very much for the support. I'm going to get to your question right now. You're a legend. Greetings from the Death Star. Yes. Why do more folks not wear helmets? The lame factor when I saw how shallow the water was, the horror was real. Real, LOL. Well, the reason I think people don't really wear helmets too much in surfing is probably like the lame factor. Yes. Like, I don't wear one because I was forced to wear one as a kid and I absolutely hated it up until I was about 15 years old. I wasn't allowed to surf without a helmet. I had this bright fluorescent red helmet and I absolutely hated it because none of my friends had to wear one and I had to wear a helmet and it was just awful. But they are kind of catching on because there is a lot of people out at Pipeline now, like some really, really good surfers, like top dogs, that wear helmets because they're looking out for their noggin. And I've thought about grabbing one, but it kind of just disorients me because I'm so used to surfing without one that it's not really like something I even think about before I go surf. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go out. Not like, oh, I gotta get this helmet. I don't even have one. So it could be something that catches on in the future, just like snowboarding. Like now, tons of snowboarders wear helmets, whereas if I recall correctly, they didn't really wear helmets. And skaters as well. So it could be one of those things in the future that just catch on and everyone starts wearing helmets. That's a great question. Thank you for the super chat and have fun on the Death Star over there. Treat Trooper. Legend. Garrett Gibson, super chat, donation, no question, but thank you very much for the support. You're awesome. We have another one. Super chat from A Roman Forum. Thank you for the support, and we get to your question right now. I've been trying to do airs, but I can't figure out how to do them. What do you recommend? I've been surfing for around 10 years. Okay, so I don't want to give any bad advice because I don't think I'm the guy to give advice for airs because I've only landed one on camera. I've landed a few off of camera, but I don't really know what to do. But I know that what's helped me in my one air that I've done is grabbing your rail. So as soon as you get off the wave, you grab your rail. And whether you're gonna do like an air reverse or a straight air or whatever, grabbing your rail really helps. And tucking your knees and trying to stay over your surfboard because it's really easy to just go up in the air and fall back. So that's the best advice I can give you. I'm sorry I'm not the air guy. If you wanted barrel advice, I could go all day on that. But thank you for the super chat and the donation. Great question. I'm sorry I couldn't help more, but just keep practicing and I'm sure you will land an air. That's what I did. I was just like, I am not going to stop. I'm not going to go in unless I land an air. And a lot of sessions, I ended up going in without landing an air because I would have been there the entire day, probably through the night. And then that one, I just was going out with the intention, nothing else but to land an air. That was it. Also, side note, Hawaii right now is about 100 degrees outside and I'm sweating right here talking to you guys, but it's really fun. Thank you all for the donations and super chats. I'm going to get to another question right here. Music that gets you pumped up. So, the music that gets me pumped up, I listen to a lot of rap and house music, especially before I go surfing. I like to just really get amped on like really kind of hardcore music or like loud music because it gets me like pumped up. It's almost like drinking coffee. Like you drink coffee and listen to some like intense music and you can't even wait on the beach. You just have to go surf. So I like rap and house music. A little bit of local, like island music is really cool. My brother, Makua Rothman, makes some really, really good music that you guys should check out on iTunes or Spotify or whatever. And we have another super chat question from Graham B _3. Do experienced surfers / cameraman get in your way or mess you up during your session? Yes. It is a very, very, very common thing that surfers get in each other's way. And it really is the unexperienced surfers that don't know how to get out of the way that do get in the way. So like say I'm surfing off the wall or something and I take off and I'm in the barrel, but there's this guy who doesn't really know what he's doing. He's probably not gonna be able to get out of my way and I'll have to either jump off the wave or if I don't see him, I'm gonna run him over. Whereas an experienced surfer would like paddle deeper and get more pounded to get out of my way. So, oh, and cameraman, yes. I've ran countless amount of cameramen over while surfing because what cameramen do, the really good experienced ones do get out of the way most of the time, but a lot of times they go under, like have their head down, like the unexperienced cameramen, they put their heads underwater and leave their cameras just up in the air for you to deal with. So you're like trying to avoid this camera and this cameraman's head's under. But the really good ones, they go under like with the camera. Like Zach Noyle, Brent Bielman, and Daniel Russo, Ryan Moss. Those guys are like crazy good. And more that I didn't mention. But they will like never get in your way. Or are we in their way? I don't know. Thank you for the super chat. Great question. I have another super chat from Big Karma. Brother, I make music and I've made a song that I mentioned you in. Really? Thank you very much. I am very honored. Would be so good for you for a surfing edit like yours. How do I get it to you? Rap/house. I think the best way to get it to me is message it to me on Instagram. I would love to hear it and I am super honored to be in your song. And yeah, send it to me on Instagram. I would love to listen to it. Get pumped up to go surfing. Maybe use it in an edit. Thank you for the super chat. That is awesome to hear about your song, and I'm honored to be in it. So send it to me on Instagram and I will check it out. And we have another super chat from Marianne Lindley. How much is it for a ticket for your boat party today? Get some AC. This is Livin. I have AC in my room, but that boat party was just a joke that my friends made and posted the flyer about. I wasn't actually throwing a boat party, nor did I want to throw a boat party. So there is no tickets for sale to get on this boat party, and there was actually no boat party to begin with. They were just messing around, trying to get me to throw a party, but I did not crack because we can't be in groups bigger than 10 right now. So I was just thinking we may as well wait till the quarantine's over and then throw a giant party on a yacht in Waikiki. It sounds pretty cool. The Livin yacht. Thank you for the donation. No party today. We have another super chat from Anthony Carvella. Thanks for the vids. They're a huge inspiration. Thank you. I'm really glad you like them and get inspired by them because that is why I make them. Will you ever do a video on how you read swell forecasts? You're a legend. Yes, I have actually already done videos on how I read swell forecasts. There's actually a lot of points or a lot of times in my videos where I show you guys the websites and the swells coming through and like how you check the winds and like what's good for a certain spot. But I understand I have put out a lot of videos and I don't even know what video it would be in, but I think it would be a good video in the future to show you guys just strictly a swell forecasting chart because I don't use Surfline or anything like that. I use like the weather maps because those websites that basically like what Surfline and Magic Seaweed and like those companies do, they pull from those sites and they can kind of change it or like get it wrong. So I kind of trust myself more, especially if I'm going on a trip or something. So yeah, maybe in the future I will make a full video on checking swell. That's a good idea. Thank you for the super chat donation, and I'm going to get to the next one. We have another super chat from Ian Barcia. Barcia? I probably said that wrong or right. If I did, I'm sorry. Thank you for the donation. I'm getting to your question. Hey Ko, what tattoos do I have? Also, any advice on surf stance, front and back foot angle? Question mark. Avo Toast and Sunrise Shack is the best. I'm glad you like the Avo Toast at the Sunrise Shack. It is the best. And my tattoos, I have this right here. I think I just showed this earlier. A snake and an eagle. And I have a compass on my leg. And I have a octopus taking down a pirate ship on my other leg. The whole thigh. I'm not going to get up to show you guys those right now, but let me get to the other part of your question. Any advice on surf stance, front or back foot angle? I don't know what you really mean by that, but I'm going to give you some advice taking off backside. Back, like where your back's against the wave. So I would be going right backside because I'm goofy foot. But I would say for those of you who are having trouble standing up backside, I would say when you get up, leave your hand on your rail. Whatever your backhand is and your backside, leave that hand on your rail until you get comfortable, and then you can let go and then ride the wave. But yeah, that's a little piece of advice. Thank you, Ian Barcia, for the question and the super chat. And we're gonna get to another one right here from Andrew Shantz. Did I say that wrong? If I did, I'm sorry. Andrew Sands. What are good websites for surfing info, swell info, about the most general info about spots? Okay, so I would say the best thing for beginner swell checkers would be Surfline and Magic Seaweed. They'll break down a lot of spots and tell you like where to go, where's the best, and like they go into full detail. But once you get a little more experienced on what you're looking for in surf conditions, you can use a couple other websites like Storm Surf or Wind Guru, but they're a little difficult to use. They just show you maps and charts of the swells and wind coming. But the most easy like to do one is probably Surfline. So check them out. You can look up basically any spot on the planet and it will tell you how it's going to be. So check them out if you need help forecasting. We have another super chat from Nathaniel Audkai. Okay? Did I say that wrong? Sorry. Sup, Ko, my man. Just passing, give me a little support. Stay safe. Well, stay safe. And of course, Paizel breadstick. Thank you for the support and the donation. You're a legend. And yeah, if you'd like to ask a question, throw it in there. Thank you for the support. I'm glad you like it. We have another one here from Evan Manning. Are you and your brother going to do another surf off? It is very possible that me and my brother do another surf off. And I will probably beat him, next time. Because I lost the last one and he got to shave my head. So maybe we'll have the same bet. I'll just win and get to shave his head. It'd be funny. But yeah, we could have another surf off. And we have another super chat from JD. Would you ever do a collab with JOB or Too Sketchy Kind? I've already done a collab with JOB. He actually took me to do some bomb drops, and we put a video out a couple months ago. So if you want to check it out, it's on my channel. I think it's called Bomb Drops with Jamie O'Brien, and it's also on his channel. So check it out. It's pretty sick, and we'll probably do another collab in the future for sure at some point. Thank you for the super chat, legend. Lindia Ryan, super chat question. What happened to the walkie-talkies? So what happened with the walkie-talkies was they got a little bit difficult to charge because they could only charge in the car, in that port, the cigarette lighter port. And there was no like wall charger, so we never had them in the house. They always had to charge in the car, and they kind of just disintegrated. So maybe we'll pick them back up eventually, but that's why we don't use them anymore, because they're in the car and they only charge when the car is on and you're driving like 1 minute down the road here on North Shore. But eventually in the future, we'll have more walkie-talkies in the videos. They were fun while we were all pumped on them. Thank you for the super chat and donation. We have another one from Jacqueline Zayola. You guys have some crazy names here. I'm sorry if I get them wrong. Do women surf pipe? Yes. Nowadays there is a huge group of girls that surf pipeline. It's actually kind of crazy the ways they go on because they are absolutely sending it. There's actually one girl that stands out in my mind who actually won performer, like women's performer of the year this year, and her name was Moana, and she gets more barrel than some guys out at pipeline. So it's really crazy and cool to see them out there just sending it. If you guys are wondering where the super chat thing is and why I keep saying that, it's in the chat box. It's right there, and that's why their questions are popping up and I can get to them. But thank you guys for the super chats. I'm going to get to another one right here from JD. Do you put... I'm not going to answer that. We're going to keep it mellow here. If it gets drunk. Oh, you're funny. Okay, another super chat from Che. I still can't pronounce it. You're a legend. What's a breadstick? A breadstick is this surfboard model that I'm trying to get John Pizell to make, and he just will not make this model surfboard that I want. And the people want it. So if you want to check out some of my old videos, I've actually wrote breadstick on my surfboards. Breadstick is just a model of a surfboard that will be coming to a surf shop near you soon as we get this grumpy human, Pizell, to make the breadstick. So that's what the breadstick is. Thank you for the super chat, the donation. Great question. And I'm going to get to another question here. I'm going to log off of here in about 3 minutes, you guys, because that'll be about 40 minutes. I've been answering questions. And so get your questions in now. I'm going to get another one right here. Do you punch cones, Koa? I don't know what you mean by that. Okay. I'm grabbing one. Bear with me. Have you seen the surf in Sydney right now? I have not. Is it good? I imagine you're saying that because it's probably firing. And I wish I could travel right now, but I can't. Fiji, Tahiti, and it sounds like Sydney are all getting insane, incredible waves right now, and their airports aren't even open in Fiji and Tahiti. But we have another super chat from Nathaniel. Okay. I remember you. I don't know. Sorry, my phone glitched out real quick. But we have another super chat. Shay, the breadstick is like the trident of Poseidon. Yes, it's like the trident of Poseidon is the breadstick. Thank you for that. You got my back. JD, another super chat. You're the funny guy, huh? Do you have any funny rage stories at pipe? Yeah, I mean, if you surf pipeline, you've probably got into some conflict because it is so close together and like condensed, and there's like a lot of guys and testosterone. Everyone wants the best fucking wave out there, and you can easily get into a fight, which a lot of people have. So I don't know if I can really recall a good story, nor do I really want to talk about fighting, but I've been in a lot of conflict out there, and so is just about every single person who's surfed out there or dedicates their life to surfing out there. It is really hard not to, because you're in a lineup like this big, and there's 200 guys out, all wanting the best wave. So yeah, people get into a lot of conflict. And we have another super chat from a long number, full. Can you speak about and possibly do a video about Hawaiian culture? Yeah, so I actually put up a video about the Tahui backdoor shootout, and we have a couple people explain the Hawaiian culture and the Eddie Aikau video I put out. So if you would like to go check those out, they kind of go a little more deeply into it, but the Hawaiian culture seems a little bit lost out here. because it seems like it just has died off, or people have like kind of killed it, because it's not that big of a presence on North Shore specifically, but some parts of the island it is. It's actually really sad to see the amount of local families that actually still live on North Shore is very, very small. Because what happens here in Hawaii is if someone buys a house, say this family's been living here, paying their property tax in their little house for years, they've owned it forever, but somebody comes from either someone wealthy from the islands or from outside the islands comes and builds a $2 million house right next to them. That little family's house and property tax is going to skyrocket. It's one of the only places in the country of America that does that. Like if this neighbor's house is evaluated at millions of dollars, the little house next to it that was cheaper is now evaluated for more, and the property tax goes up, and they have to move because they're either retired, don't have a good job to pay that. So it's really sad. I forgot the question. Hawaiian culture. Yeah, I don't know. Check out those videos. Thank you for the super chat. Treat Trooper, you're back. Since you do snow and sea, is there any equivalent to fresh powder, or just way too different to compare? Viva la breadstick. Snowboarding and powder is like, I think it's funner than surfing. Definitely funner than surfing. There is a little bit of a similarity because you have to be so back-footed when you're in powder, and that's kind of like what you do surfing. Whereas normal snowboarding, when you're on like a normal slope and it's like a little icy, you're pretty front-footed, which you're not as front-footed in surfing. But in powder, you're so far on your back foot, it's kind of like surfing. So it kind of relates a little bit. Thank you for the question, Treat Trooper. And we have a huge super chat from Garrett Gibson. Thank you very much for the support. You're a legend. We get to your question right now. You should check out Sorry, I thought you were talking about Dane. It looked like, anyway. You should check out Dead Man's Break right around the break from Fort Point under Golden Gate Bridge when you come back up to NorCal. You know what's really funny is I was there and I surfed that wave under the Golden Gate Bridge, and people were telling me about that wave on the other side, and they're like, dude, it's way better and crazier. So when I come back, I'm going to surf that wave for sure. And I looked up some videos and it looks super, super sick. And I would like to go there eventually. So thank you for the super chat, Garrett Gibson. I really appreciate it. You're a legend. And we have one more super chat from Anonymous. Oh no, we have more. Okay, I'm gonna get to these last few, you guys. Do you take Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with Eli Olsen? You know, I used to up until I was about 16 years old. And then I got super into surfing and didn't really focus on Jiu-Jitsu anymore. And Eli went into both, actually, and is now a black belt. So I look back on it, I'm like, you know what? If I would have just stuck with it, I would probably be a black belt as well right now. Because we started at basically the same time. So yeah. Brad Corbett. Super chat. Thank you. I'm going to answer your question right now. This could be the last one. How do your parents handle sibling rivalry? Well, I mean, we haven't really had too much sibling rivalry just because my older brother, who is also a professional surfer, is about 10 years older than me. So everything, he's been doing stuff way before me. It's not like, there's not much of a rivalry here unless it's in like the water or a contest. And they handle it well, but they don't really have to handle it at all. So yeah, I just want to say, I'm going to leave you guys now. It's been about almost 45 minutes. I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the super chat donations. I'm glad you guys liked the videos. And if you guys could please subscribe to my channel. I'll be dropping a video again next Wednesday. And I just dropped a video last Wednesday. So if you guys would like to check it out, it's on my channel right now. And big shout out to Garrett Gibson for the huge donation. You're a legend. I will catch you guys next week, Friday. I will be going live again. We'll see you later.